Like, please don't rush me, man. There's a certain way that I like to do my thing, you know what I'm saying? HUN Tizzy. Consume London. Wait.
Back to the matter is, nah, I can't let them know what the pattern is. That's why these haters get mad at this.
Yo, it's your boy HUN Tizzy and we're back again. It's the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast. Can I get a round of applause? We have to always make sure, like I say, that the energy is up and correct. Sure. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up all of the people at home. You tuned in again. It's another episode. There's a reason why you're here, because we're getting the correct people to connect the dots from the time frame that we're talking about, which is the golden era. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? A time frame, yeah, it's a very epic time. And like, I've been on the quest to get guests from all different walks and different parts of the golden era for how I see it. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? And all of the roles and, you know, like paths that they took, because it's all lineage. There's people that are doing stuff now, but they came from somewhere. There was someone else. Do you understand what I'm saying? 100%. And there's a lot of people that don't actually know some of these things. Mm. So, yeah, this is perfect. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
All right, so let me do my due diligence, like what I do every single time you see me. Big up Consume London. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get your stuff, your hats, your pieces and stuff, you know. Big up BRIT for you. That's the sponsors right there as well. They can deal with your, you know, like you want to get your apparels done, stuff printed, they can deal with your order. We're going to put the necessary details in the description.
Go get that.
And shout out Wagwan. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's one there for you if you want to try it out.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty good. Yeah, so like, yeah. Oh, yeah, and shout out, I'm going to give them another shout out as well, because I gave them a shout out in episode 1 or 2 or something. They gave it to me. It's Calisthenics and Physio.
Okay.
Apparatus, yeah? Okay. HIW, activating root work, okay? And basically, it, you know what I'm saying? It works on the other muscles.
I might need a plug for that.
Yeah, it works on the other muscles. And actually, I've been doing it, been using it, and it's actually, I've seen other little...
definitions.
Yeah, like a Bruce Lee thing. And all
That's a Bruce Lee thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shout them out as well. The descriptions it's down there anyway. Click it and check them out. You know what I'm saying? All right. So like, yeah, let's get into this. This is the golden era. And like, yeah, man, like I have to get the correct people to tell the story. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like they have stories that I didn't know about.
Okay.
I couldn't see everything. Do you understand? But as someone that was there, sometimes even watching, do you understand? I did music myself as well. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? But just from the outside, I saw things happening over. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And now it's just interesting to be able to be around the people from that time and hear some of the stories. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. No, salute to you though, first and foremost. I've been seeing your videos, innit?
The clips and stuff.
The clips that have been coming up on Instagram, and it definitely took me back to a golden era. So yeah, I was like, yeah, we've been chopping up in the DMs, and you was like, yeah, come true. And I was like, all right, cool. I don't know if I got stories, we'll see. But yo, I love the Instagram page.
And I like how you just now said that, because it leads to like, you said like you don't feel like you've got the stories. And I feel like, yeah, you have got the stories.
Because, whatever you want to know, I'm here.
Yeah, because when I originally first like remember you, this is how I remember you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've seen you around, like I've been seeing you in like Islington area.
Okay.
For the longest.
Yeah.
So there was a time frame when I just thought that you was just a face that I knew. Right. Until someone reminded me that this was back in 05 or something, or someone, you know, like 06, 07, someone reminded me, no, that's, and then it's like, oh, Hunt, you're going mad. You know? This man's been doing music before you was even...
Right.
Or, do you understand? And I start the golden era from 2003.
Okay.
When I feel like, what started then? Channel U.
Right.
Started. And before that, you didn't get to see people's faces other than DVDs, which was lost until someone recently started putting the DVDs back on YouTube.
Right.
That era's gone unless you got the DVDs. They're scratched. Do you get what I'm saying, innit? So, yeah, I always talk about them times. And then I remembered, like, hold on, I feel like you've been doing radio from before the years I'm even talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought, why not just bring him on and just ask him?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because, yeah, people will know, like, one extra, me, myself and Viz, who was my co-presenter back then, we launched the station back in 2002. So in August of 2002, that's when the first day One Extra was on the air. We were like,
okay, so you was at the very first, not the very first day. I think they launched on a Friday. Our show was on a Monday. So yeah, but we were part of the original lineup of so
BBC
I know this
Radio
is
One
be
Extra.
crazy now. So let's take it back 1 second.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Ace.
Introduce yourself,
broadcaster, DJ, TV, radio, mostly radio, obviously. One part of Heavyweight Champions of Radio, Ace Vis, Troublemakers of Radio. You remembered from Channel U days, the L Out Show. We've done a lot. I've done a lot, yeah.
A lot, innit?
Yeah.
A lot. And that's what, like, when the person reminded me back then, it's what made me think, oh my gosh, I'm going mad. It's because I see, you know, when you see someone, they lose their superpower sometimes. Because it almost like, they're approachable. Right. Do you understand? Even though them times your face was very unapproachable. Like
really?
I didn't feel like I could. Like
I got that face. I think
we wouldn't chat
like,
to you.
Okay,
but I do not like. Oh, do you get what I'm saying?
Right,
Innit? Like, but yeah, it's just crazy. But like, yeah, let's take it from the start then. Like, so name meaning.
Yeah, my name.
Like, yeah, you know, like, how did you get the name? And
you know what? It's not even no interesting, funny story. Like, the name Ace just kept popping up everywhere. I had an older cousin, a female cousin actually. She's into the church now, so she won't appreciate this. But she used to graph Ace everywhere. Okay. I got a cousin called Acer, and then I didn't like my birth name. And so I was like, it just kept, the word Ace kept coming around. I remember going to New York one summer, and my government name, people will know it's out there, is Ashley. That's not very unisex in New York. So I was just using the name Ace in New York, and it just stuck, man. It just felt good. Carried on using it, and that's
what years are we talking about?
This is like I'm an 80s baby, early 80s baby, yeah. And so like from like 89, I think I went to New York. I would have been like 9 or 10 years old. So like 89, 90 was when I went to New York for the first time.
1980.
Yeah, that's me too. There you go, same age.
1980.
There you go.
Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, so you went to America and like the name just stuck, you bring it back.
Yeah.
So what was this before you was doing anything to do with?
Yeah, so like a lot of DJs, and a lot of them won't admit to this, like, yeah, I had a rap dream early on.
That's one of my questions.
Yeah,
wow.
Of course.
All right, cool. So you try to rap.
I love music. My older cousin was a DJ. He's the person that taught me how to DJ. So I was always collecting music. Loved music. My mum played music in the house. And I wanted, like, R&B and hip hop was always my thing. Couldn't sing, so would just try and do the barring thing, innit? Yeah. So like that would be me in primary school, writing little raps and whatnot. Got to secondary school, and then you find people that are like-minded like you, so you start your little rap group and that. And then you start feeling like, yo, we could actually take this serious. At the time, nothing was really going in, do you know what I mean? But in regards to like what's going on today, but you still have this dream. You're watching the Americans, you're listening to those big radio shows on the radio.
What was you listening to then?
Obviously, back then you're listening to 279, you're listening to Westwood, listen to Max and Dave on Kiss FM. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Go on to listen to Chubby Kids, Shorty Blitz and Big Ted. All of those guys were what I grew up with in terms of radio. On the R&B side, it was Smooth. It was Steve Sutherland. It was Trevor Nelson. It was Jenny Francis. It was Jigs.
Yeah.
It was Trace FM.
These are all your pairs.
Yeah, and I was very much into radio and DJ, and that was very much what I had a love for.
This is all before you've even.
Yeah, before I've even like made the move, and I didn't feel like radio was something that I just felt like it was something that you could do, and those people were over there doing it, and it wasn't necessarily something that could be an option for me or something that I could be a career. So yeah, I just carried on having this dream. Like obviously, like I said, I had my little rap group.
What was your rap group?
People start doing research.
What was it called?
You know what? I don't think you can find anything. So my group was called. Actually, no, we won't even do that. We'll leave that alone. But we had a little rap group, and you know what? Like it's so because it's so funny. Like when you like you post things like Scheme. You just posted something from Scheme the other day. Scheme knows. Like I would be in rooms with Scheme and like.
I see
days.
them as before. From you see what I'm talking about. They're from before, but them times when I first started rapping, I just don't remember anyone bigging up the people from before because we kind of like called it British hip hop, and we was like UK rap.
That was very much what I was into at that
so
time.
It made it seem like it was different. Do you get 100%. What I'm saying in it? So it's like we never used to big them up.
Yeah.
But you see now, obviously, if I'm gonna tell the story of what I think, you cannot forget the people. You know what?
That's so deep, and it's mad because I've never heard it before. And just then, when you said it, it clicked because that scene was British hip hop.
It's British hip hop.
And what's happening now, what we went on to was UK rap.
It's UK
and it's
rap.
They're two very different.
It's too different.
And I didn't even clock that.
And I feel that's why we just didn't big them up.
Right,
and didn't like. It's like we didn't acknowledge them as much as we should have. But now at this stage, when you
have to.
How are you going to tell the story?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, do you know, 100%.
You have to big the people up.
I was definitely listening to a lot of that British hip hop then.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Okay, so who was
back then? Yes, like I feel like the first time I saw your page was a video from Scheme.
Okay.
And I was very much into Scheme and what they was doing over there. Sterling Kalak, shout out to Big P, Fallacy, and what P and Skits were doing. 90 Long Time from Black Twang was one of my favourite albums at the time. Loved all of that, man. Just being around that Task Force, Mudlands era.
I didn't know about them until I found out they're from Islington. I had to do my research. They're from Islington.
Yeah.
I spoke to Joe Blacks.
There you go.
He said to me, you don't. He said to me like, what, you don't know about Task Force? But when I'm listening to them, I can hear that they're rapping about Highbury Estate. They're rapping about where Joe Black
100%
was rapping about.
Yeah.
It's just that. Do you get what I'm saying in it? And you
100%.
can hear. You have to big up the people from before.
100%. So those are all like, especially like in my late teens, like coming out of college, that British hip hop scene, me and Viz actually was very much into it. We was at the Dark and Colds and Deal Real Records, going to watch the ciphers, and like that was very much a part of like our late teen
They
years.
had Americans coming.
Kanye West was down there. I think
Cassidy and stuff.
Cassidy, Talib Kweli, like a lot of people came through. Like it's interesting because I feel like even the term golden era, like your golden era might be different from my golden era, might be different from someone else's golden era.
But that's the beauty of it, man.
For
it's
sure.
for someone to be the spokesman for it
100%.
and just tell the story because all of our stories should coincide. Do you get what I'm saying? No one's changing history. I can't talk about all of. If I was there, but I was listening to US rap.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Do you get what I'm saying? I was more locked in, so I wasn't so much in tune. But when it came to the UK rap, I got involved with it.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I was in tune with who was rapping then. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, definitely.
But now I'm having to find out, and it's like, I remember going Jump Off though. Don't get me wrong, and I remember going to certain places, but it's just I missed Deal Real.
Okay.
I missed it, but like I would have loved to have gone to it when I'm hearing some of the names and the people the lineage that's gone through.
Legendary moments, man.
Definitely, man.
Great time.
Definitely,
Good
man.
time.
Innit?
Yeah, exciting times.
So, all right, what would you say? What was your first rap CD?
Oh wow. Yeah, so like we're going to vinyls. I feel like my first.
Okay, see?
Yeah.
People always correct me, you know. I say your rap CD, you know what they say to me? It was tapes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They just let me know like they're from a different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think my first rap album. You know what? So I think I went to New York in, I believe it was 89 or 90. I remember this is really weird that I remember this, but it was like the year that the Fresh Prince started, because I remember I remember like it was like about to come on the TV and I had to fly home and then I had to wait a few months before it hit the BBC. So it was, I can't remember if it was at 89 or 90, but my cousin's older boyfriend bought me Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet, yeah. I was too young to appreciate it. I didn't really necessarily care. So I would never even call that my first rap album. I think the first rap album that I went and bought myself that I loved was LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mama Said Knock You... Yeah.
Big
album.
That was bad. Yeah. That was for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine was Snoop Dogg.
Doggy Style.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Big album.
Yeah.
Classic.
Wasn't allowed to listen to it.
Quietly. Headphones.
Learn it word for word.
Yeah, of course. course.
Yeah, bad influence. But like, yeah, that leads to this. Like, yeah, so see, when you was rapping, what was your influences?
Yes, I was listening to a lot of. It's funny because like I grew up on Biggie and Nas and Wu and Tribe Called Quest on my favorite group of all time, and Slum Village and all of that stuff. Like was what I grew up on. 90s. That is my golden era. The early 90s hip hop. So yeah, I was listening to all of that stuff, and then only as I was starting to try and take it a little bit more seriously, as I started to listen to more British hip hop and started to embrace my accent more.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're younger, I was like 12 or 11 or 12. I was definitely from New York.
Yeah.
Only when I got to maybe like 17.
You was writing. Okay, so all the bars you was writing.
When you're a youth, yeah, like I was definitely only when I got to like my teens is when I started to embrace.
You know, when I check it, yeah, them ages. Do you know what people were listening to? They were listening to jungle, or they were trying to be MCs.
Yeah.
So you was like thinking of raps.
I liked rap. I was like into hip hop.
And this was because of your cousin, isn't it?
Yeah, my cousin was a DJ, and then I remember like coming home from school, and this was primary school, and having a like chip cable box like most of my friends did, and watching Yo MTV Raps and watching all of the music videos as they came on.
Dr. Dre and
Ed Lover and Dr. Dre and Fab Freddy was on a Saturday. So yeah, I remember I used to rush home and watch that. Like I was a latchkey kid. It was just me and my mum in the house, so she'd come home late from work. But I'd go home and just sit there and watch music videos over and over and over and over again.
That was videotape days.
Yeah,
and
man.
Stuff, innit? You have
VHS.
to leave it in and leave it on record.
Yeah, hit record if you went. You always try and catch the beginning of the video.
Beginning.
Yeah, man.
Comeback has got bare adverts and
You know
stuff.
what I'm
You've
saying?
got taped over something else halfway of a film and all that. Like, oh man, I remember those days, man. You know what, guys? Who said this is something I normally do for the people at home?
Yeah.
It's who said, as in what rapper said this bar. So they can leave some comments below. But I'm gonna keep this one short.
I'm gonna be rubbish at this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Don't play yourself. How you gonna play me? Touchdown in the 80s. Around the same time Rich had Harlem going crazy. I've been paid in full, baby. Who said that bar? And if you're like really like clue, you know them ones like a wizard with this thing, the next two lines and the track that it came from.
You're killing me. No. Nah. Give me a clue.
They're from East London.
Oh wow. Yeah, I ain't gonna get it.
Talk about money.
I'm not even gonna embarrass myself, but yeah.
No, I wouldn't even expect. You know what I'm saying? But like the people at home, they're like,
leave in the comments.
Yeah, that's for the
Is
comments.
that a bait tune?
It's one.
Should I know this?
Well,
I should know it.
As a DJ,
yeah,
you should. You know what I'm saying, innit? Maybe, but like, I don't know if you're listening to the tunes when you're playing them. You can't be listening to all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying, innit? Like, but
it's been 20 years. Leave me alone, man.
You know what I'm saying? Cool. School days. All right. The purpose of this question is like obviously to find out what school you went to,
right.
But there's another purpose behind it because we normally find out through conversation that person went to school with that person and that person also went there. Yeah. And then we find out that this school was actually quite talented. It's like had a lineage of people running through the school. So what school did you go to?
Yeah, so I'm from South. I know, like you said, you saw me in Islington. I moved up to Islington for a little while. I was out there for a little bit, and then I went back to South. Back to South, and I went to BTG in Streatham. Who went to my school? Tefs.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously not at the same time. I'm a lot older than him. I won't put my age on him. But yeah, Young's Tef went to my school. So salute to him. That's the only other person I know like from industry. Like we got a couple politicians, maybe.
Yeah, that also counts as well. Because like I was just saying it was music for people, but then someone said they said athletes. Yeah. And when they said they're athletes, it kind of just. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, talent was running through there. Maybe that person should have been into sport. I think,
and then obviously, like, after school, went to BRIT School for college, and that's where I met Viz. And BRIT School was like, you're just going to wheel off bare people. Like, BRIT School is a school that a lot of talented people came from. It's a performing arts school. We went there and did radio together. That's how we met.
So how did you get into that then?
You know what? I did an audition, and I say an audition, but I literally went there to follow my dream of being a radio presenter. And when I got there, I suppose I just spoke to them about it. We had a really good interview, and yeah, I got in. It was lucky. I didn't apply for any other college at that time, and I probably should have.
But
Like
how
as
did
a
you
backup.
find out about all of? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, this opportunity.
I guess for me that was just a South London thing. Like people
like
knew,
life changing.
People knew about the BRIT School. I'm from Croydon, so I knew that school was there. I knew that like it was the place that a lot of famous people went to. At my age, that I think it was like Lyndon David Hall, rest in peace, and Another Level were the big names that had come out of the BRIT School. Okay. I know later on we had the Adeles and the Amy Winehouses, but that was like when I was going to the BRIT School. I think the only names were those two names that I could of note. And yeah, I knew about it. And I remember going there for the open evening. When you're like going for your sixth form open evenings, you're going to have a look around. And I remember that having a radio suite and just like seeing it and be like, yo, this is going to be a sick place to learn. So I was like, I just applied.
You've gone there to learn to be a radio presenter.
Yeah.
I never knew that this even existed.
And I think that is the disservice that a lot of young people had back then. I think now a lot of people know more about the things that are available, but back then, like, yeah, I was like a real nerd about wanting to get into media, and it wasn't just radio I wanted to do. I wanted to make adverts at one point, but I knew that I had to find out where to get the tools to do this.
Yeah.
And after going there, I was like, this is the place that's just gonna help me get to where I wanted to be. And yeah, I was quite a nerd about that. I was like, I was on it. I wanted to actually like learn every little bit about being a radio.
What age is this? Like 17?
This is when you leave school at 16. 16, yeah.
So I'm saying, yeah, you had like, I'd say that's a lot of drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or stupidity. I don't know. One of them. Because, like I said, like at the time there wasn't One Extra wasn't about. It was just Trace FM, and all the other radio presenters I listened to were on pirate stations, and that's not going to pay my mortgage or.
So you already had a.
I didn't know. Okay, like I get this qualification and I can present a radio show. It didn't necessarily mean that I was going to get a job. So yeah, I don't know. The stars just aligned, and after college, One Extra was launching. It was just I know, it's mad. It's insane.
Okay, and why did they make One Extra as well? Like,
I think I can't speak for them, but I think the BBC are like, this is like the BBC's for the general public, and everyone pays their TV license, so they got to service everyone. Yeah. And if the black community or people that want to listen to black music, actually, I should say, are not being serviced by the BBC, they got to come up with something
something else.
Yeah, I know the people that pitch to have this station made was definitely like, look, there's a space for fans of black music that want to listen to black music, and yeah, we should start this station, and that's how One Extra was born.
So how did you find out about that? Even that audition to go for that then?
Even that again.
And did you go with Viz on that?
So what's funny is when I first heard about One Extra, I actually applied to work there because obviously I've gone to college and I've learned how to do radio production. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yo, we heard there was a new radio station for the BBC that are for fans of black music, and they were looking for producers and assistant producers. So I applied, didn't get an interview for that, but one of my closest friends got an interview, and she ended up being an assistant producer there. And I was like, are they still looking for DJs? She said, actually, yeah, they're still looking for DJs. There's still time slots that need to be filled. And me and Viz actually had a radio show at the BRIT School. Okay. And so what we did was we just cut some of the best parts of that radio show together and used it as a demo. And she gave it to One Extra. And then the rest is history, 20 years later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They just called you like...
Yeah, like I think...
Give these guys a shot. Like.
Originally, it was just like we was going for one show a week. They heard the demo, they liked it. We ended up doing like a mid-morning show. No, we did like a midday show. Then we did drive time. Yeah. Then we did week. We've been all over the schedule. And then we went our separate ways. And then I did a few bits. So it's been a journey. Yeah.
You know what as well? I wanted to like ask. This is something that I see as a DJ. Yeah. Do you get the option of like who you get to play?
Yes. So in the way that daytime radio works, especially, that would be 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. those shows are playlisted. So there's a music team that sources that
so,
music. Yeah. So like, or your A-list will be your biggest artists, your Rihanna's, your Beyonce's, your Meg Thee Stallions, your Nicki Minaj's, your Stormzy's. And then B-list might be a little bit lower than that. C-list might be like stuff that they're trying to break. So yeah, there's a music team that basically schedule each show in daytime. About 5 years ago, I launched my own R&B show, which is all me. I select the music, I interview the artists, I do everything. So specialist radio and daytime radio are two very different things. Yeah. I spent the majority of my early part of my career doing daytime radio, and now I've moved into specialist radio.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's just crazy, man. And what year was this? 2002. 2002, isn't it? Yeah. Right at the beginning. Yeah. It's like, it's crazy because you just answered two of my questions. You know, like I wanted to ask you how it started, but it's like, no, you was the first.
You was there.
Do you know what I'm saying, innit? You also had a television program as well, innit? Like, as well, innit?
Channel U, man.
Channel U, innit?
Yeah.
Ill and Out.
Yeah, the Ill Out show.
The Ill Out show, innit? Yeah. That was interviews with like.
Yeah, I think it was like the first time anything like that had been done especially on a no person's budget. Like today, we all watch content and we don't really expect. Well, actually, I feel like quality's getting better, but for a long time we was just watching anything on YouTube. It didn't matter. I feel like we kind of started the DIY TV kind of thing, where it's like it was a little bit unpolished and a little bit edgy, but it was still like very watchable. So yeah, and it was the first time people had got to see a lot of the artists they were listening to on grime sets, or like not even the first time they saw them, because yes, the videos were doing well, but first time we got to see them do interviews and speak them and get them their personalities.
How did this come about? Like, how did this?
Yeah, so like Channel U was just starting to grow.
What year were you? 2003.
This would have been like 2000. I feel like we started in 2000, maybe until the end of 2003 into 2004. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2000. I'm gonna say like early 2004, maybe like late 2003.
That's the first program on that as well. Then
that was the first TV show.
You're just doing the first TV show
in there. Yeah,
Don't leave me hanging.
No, my brother. Sorry, it was Mike's in the way. Yeah, it was the first. It was like there was a guy called Charlie that was working at Channel U early on, and I think he was a real fan of like. Even British hip hop, so I know I'm gonna make the differentiate the two now. So like he was playing a lot of the like I remember like seeing like groups like Out the Ville. I don't know if there was a rap from they were from Nottingham. They were from Nottingham, and then like Maurice Delta from Birmingham.
MD7,
like MD7. He was shout out to Charlie. He was like putting a lot of those artists on the channel, and he was very much about having a more kind of grittier version of MTV bass. And he was like, yeah, we're ready for TV shows. Have you got any ideas? And I remember going into the meeting with him and like, we've never done TV before. He was like, yeah, we got an idea. And and I went back to Viz. Viz had this sick idea for the TV show. He told me, he was like, Viz more or less planned out the whole show, what it was going to be like. And then we just came back to him and said, yeah, this is the show. And then we just started shooting. We was all winging it. That was Viz was the name as well. Ill Out Show was him. Yeah. It was crazy.
That's
we did like
pretty much like
I think we did 80
Big
episodes
Tigger or something, or it's like the equivalent of what we was watching on MTV back in the, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
That was like one of the first shows then.
Bruv, it went mad. It was mad. We started like we was interviewing Crazy Titch and like J2K, and then it went up to like the labels were calling saying, "Oh, can you do 50 Cent? Can you do Sierra? Can you do like?" The US artists wanted to get on it. And they were coming to the cold Channel U basement to be interviewed.
Did Mobb Deep?
Mobb Deep was on the show. T.I. was on the show. Like we had a lot of people on the show. It was vibe. Now it was good, man. And again, it just started off with an idea that we kind of winged it, and like it ended up being sick, man. I think we did like 80 episodes, maybe 80 episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time, man. What a time that was fun. A lot of fun.
And you were still doing the radio as well.
Yeah, we were still on the radio. I think at that time we were like 6 days a week. No, we were doing 6 radio shows a week. So we'd do Monday to Friday, and then we'd have 2 radio shows on a Friday. So yeah, we were working, man.
Well, cuz see all of these daytime shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the most awkward guest?
Awkward guest. I've had so many interviews. I feel like I don't take awkward interviews as bad anymore. But I remember doing like one of the early Migos interviews and thinking, yo, that was terrible, man. And I took it to heart at first, and then I saw the interviews they did with everybody else, and that was cool. But yeah, I don't think I've had any like thing too crazy. I think for me, if it doesn't feel right when we've started, it's just gonna be a short interview. You can just tell me what you want to promote, we'll get it out, and you can leave. If you're not willing to give me anything, then I'm not gonna engage in an awkward interview. It doesn't make sense.
Nah, I know them ones.
Yeah.
I've had sometimes, because I don't know, I'm trying to get something out of the guests. So sometimes, like, when I first started, I would see, like, I'm asking the guests, I'm enthusiastic, but they're looking at it like they know me as a rapper. So they're thinking, like, but they don't realize I'm a rapper, but I'm the host.
You're media today.
I'm media, so like, and I'm really like bigging you up. So just allow me to do, you know what I'm saying, innit? And they're not giving me no form of answer. And
those are the worst,
like, in a way, I could see myself when I watch it back.
Right, it's getting frustrated.
I'm pissed off with this person. Like, I'm not really feeling it. Like, I even get upset with them at a time and say, look, because I'm trying to. I even let them know on the camera. Do you understand? But when I watch it back, I think, it's actually good content.
There you go. See me, like, I don't like to do, like... So I don't really like interviews. I'd rather just call them, like, conversations with people. But I will always have, like, a set of questions, like, ready. Because if it's going awkward, then we don't want dead silence. We don't want dead air. So I'll just go straight to the questions. If I ever go to the questions, you know that I'm not having the best interview. Yeah. So that's how I always prepare for interviews. I usually just like to have, like... We'd have a conversation. Obviously, I've got a few things I want to ask, and we got to ask about why you're here. But other than that, we're just going to have a conversation.
All right. So what was your most memorable?
Like I said, there's so many years of like interviews, but I think last year I had one of the best years for me in regards to interviews, and not even at the radio station. So I got to fly out to Vegas to do Usher. To interview Usher. Backstage in Vegas. There's a wife for that. And then in that same trip, I went and interviewed Babyface at his LO studio as well. So like those are two R&B icons that I'd cherish those interviews.
But that's from later on, Ace, isn't it?
This is like last year. But in the Ill Out show days, people always to this day talk about when we went to Crazy Titch's house. Okay. And the dog almost bit me. I don't know if anybody remembers that. Yeah, his dog chased me. That was classic, man. So I remember like...
That weren't scripted.
Nah, weren't scripted, man. I remember like Ace Vis at Sidewinder, the Sidewinder Awards. Guess was going in on Napa. I remember... a Bigger Fish event when we was like backstage with Skepta. Like I just remember all of these classic moments, man. But yeah, that Ill Out show was crazy. I remember like having T.J. Moses in the basement. Ray J came through. Like it was mad. It was a sick time. Absolutely sick time.
In the basement?
It was the basement was like where the Channel U office used to be, and what their offices would be upstairs, but in the basement is where we would shoot. That's where we'd shoot the Ill Out show. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Where was that?
That was in East London, just behind Old Street. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is that East London? No, it's kind of N1-ish.
Yeah, it's like
N1.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So how would your typical day run as a DJ? You know, like, and see when you first started there, was the paycheck, like a worthy paycheck?
I mean, what? Yeah, I'm getting paid to chat to my best friend every day and play music and like run joke and chat shit on people. Yeah, it was like, it was and I was what, 21 at the time. Yeah, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like, it's not amazing money, but I'm getting paid to do what I like. And obviously it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to get on and do TV like we did. It's an opportunity to go and like perform and do DJ gigs all over the country. Yeah, so like...
You also did a lot of...
Yeah, we was working, man.
You also did it, innit? So tell me about that as well, like...
Yeah, like so like...
in the streets and... you know what I'm saying? The venues and stuff. Like,
100%, because...
Who was you working with? Like...
We worked very closely back then with Twice as Nice. Used to do a lot of gigs with them. We'd fly out to and do like Ibiza bookings with them. We did Napa a couple of times as well. I used to like doing like the bigger fish parties as well. Like the young crowds would just be going mad, like to bare energy. So those events as well. But then just like random bookings up and down the country. We had a really good booking agent back there, and just like off the strength of One Extra and Channel U, like people would come out and see us. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Crazy, cuz, man. You see, like certain times, like I've got a next question in my head ready, but then you say something and it's just like,
it's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's mad. Like the information up, because I'm always thinking about the content.
Yeah, of course.
I'm thinking, I'm gonna cut that.
Yeah. Whereas I am gonna clip that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna clip that. So what's it called? You see, as a DJ, like coming up and stuff, you get like, like the other DJs, you get like we mentioned some of your peers and stuff, innit? Like, but you get also, there must be DJs that you didn't, like you might have seen as competition at the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? I think we were so lucky because, again, we were coming in as youths, like 20 years old and being signed to One Extra. And on our station is Rampage, Heartless Crew, DJ Semtex, P and Skids, like G Money. These are all big names. These are all the people. We're on their team. Yeah. So we were looked after. I think. Yeah. So you know what I'm trying to say? Really... Like, people can't. It was, and like, because we were the youngsters, there was no one else that was like, oh, what? There's another duo that's doing this, or there's like, I don't think anybody saw us as that. We were just like two young wild DJs just doing our thing. There wasn't really like, I never really saw us as being in competition with anybody. Again, there wasn't like a rival station at that time, really. And Choice FM early on already had names that were established, so we would never really like, these are names that we were looking up to. It wasn't already. These are names that we're not gonna be trying to like go at OGs like that. So there was never really at that time, there wasn't really anybody that we saw like that. And then like, even when it did become like some of our age groups and our peers became like, it was all friendly. Everyone was cool with us. It was,
was it 2010? There was like a sound clash thing or something.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing.
Yeah.
What was that? Like?
I think One Extra did a few of those sound clashes. There was one that we did
where they put the DJs.
Yeah, so like the DJs would link up. I think the premise was like couple DJs link up for a team. It would be two DJs and an artist, I think it was. And I think there was, I can't remember the years. I remember there was one at Brunel, the Ace Vis one. And then there was one at Troxy in East London, that Charlie Sloth won. And then I think we did one at Wembley with Mr. Jam, and I think he won that one. But yeah, it was just a bit of fun. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know what I was has there been any people that you've met, because you see, like, there's like a saying, like they say that don't meet your idols. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you'd probably be pissed off with them. You know what I'm saying? But has there been anyone that like that? But like there's certain people, like certain stars or whatever we think. But then when you're in their presence, they're actually like, oh man, killed it.
I didn't enjoy my interaction with. It was funny that I said LL Cool J was my first.
You said that as well.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy my interaction. Didn't enjoy my interaction with LL Cool J.
For real.
But I just think he was doing Hollywood, and it was like, especially when you like a man has a sentimental thing, like this is my first album, like
that actually rate you, bro.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is my first album, and he came in and he was just a bit too Hollywood for me, and I just weren't feeling it. I was like, oh, it's just disappointing. You know what I mean?
It's kind of killed it. But you still had to get the content in it.
Yeah, of course. Still got to do the interview, you know what I mean? But definitely come away feeling.
Back to it?
Nah. I don't really listen back to interviews, you know.
Serious?
I don't like. I don't know. I don't like to. I might do if there's one that was quite important to me, or like I wanted to hear it comes across. But I'm very like overcritical.
You watch them back?
Nah, I don't.
So
I don't
what about this then?
I don't know if I watch this. It's done, innit? It's out there, innit? So it'll be out there.
See me certain times, that's what I'm like as well. But I have to watch them because it's mine. You know what I'm saying? But like, I watch it back. I'm watching it back as I'm talking now, if that makes sense. So I'm already scanning it, like, in terms of, like, yeah, there's nothing bad.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Or there's no moments that I feel like, what's he talking about? Or, you know what I'm saying, innit? Like, so, yeah, we're actually working still. Yeah. You know what, as well, I wanted to shout out, obviously, when this comes out, it would have been, like, last month, maybe February, but the MOBOs was recent. What do you think about that?
Yeah, man. Salute to the MOBOs, man.
Like,
I think there's we as the culture, sometimes we find a lot of bad in the MOBOs, but I think we also have to like look at what it's done. It's a staple within the black music calendar in this country, and whether like you think the nominations are right or the way they do shit, like it's still there. It's something that is recognized internationally.
Yeah.
It's an award that people want, whether they like it or not. And I think we should protect it, man.
Yeah,
I think there's always things that award shows can do better. Like there's always tweaks here and there that can be do. But I think we should try and encourage them to keep saluting our black stars, especially in this country.
Yeah, nah, I feel like they got, because I haven't watched loads of them over the last few years, but this one I did watch.
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh no, I didn't find myself upset.
Yeah.
You know, like there's been years I thought, oh, who's that? Or, you know what I'm saying, innit? But like I feel like they did get it right with the album of the year.
Okay.
With the pot of paper and
Pot of
stuff as well.
paper, yeah.
And then like I even went on to like do some more checking. I don't know why I did this, but I've also found out the information hunt should have had this. Okay, the song of the year, which was Central C and Dave Sprinter. But also, you see, in that same category, three of the other three songs were produced by the same person.
That's amazing.
P2J, who made Hands in the Air in about 2007. It was a grime track. They made Pretty Little Things by Georgia Smith. They made Hide and Seek by Stormzy.
Go on.
And they made Who Told You by J Hus.
Go on. Big up to BTJ.
They had to get a shout out, you know, like
for sure.
they had to get a shout out, you know, they had to get a shout out. And also, what else did I do? I went and found out a little bit about the MOBO as well. So, like, give me a minute.
No, it's cool, good.
Yeah. Kenya King, CBE, is the founder and CEO of the MOBOs. Founded in 1996, the MOBO Awards is one of the most televised urban music awards shows in the world, reaching in excess of 400 million viewers across 200 countries. The MOBO platform has helped launch and propel many of today's biggest musical talents, such as Emily Sandé, Tiny Temper, Rihanna, and the late great Amy Winehouse. The youngest girl of 9 children born to a Ghanaian father and Irish mother, Kenya grew up in a crowded council flat in Kilburn, North London. While her family faced a huge amount of discrimination, Kenya chose to be influenced far more by her father's advice to be the best you can be, and it was advice which motivated her to start contributing to the family finances from a young age. It drove her to study English literature at Goldsmiths College, and later, while working as a TV researcher, gave her the courage to take forward her convictions that there was a place for a mainstream British award ceremony that celebrated those music genres originating from black culture that were not recognised at the time. When she could not find a financial backer or supporters from the music industry, Kenya put her own money where her mouth is and remortgaged her property to fund the TV production herself. She not only persuaded Carlton TV to broadcast the 1996 event, but also managed to organise and book talent within 6 weeks. The first MOBO Awards ceremony starred Lionel Richie and at its Lifetime Achievement recipient and the soon-to-be Prime Minister Tony Blair.
And like, wow.
Okay, so we'll just leave it like that. But big up Kenya King, because the MOBOs is, you know what I'm saying, it's much needed and it's been running. So salute to you. But yeah, I just wanted to put that in there. Do my little duty for the culture.
I know.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Ace and Vis.
Yes.
There was a split, yeah, and for some reason, yeah. But I know that this is like, it's been dispelled already because we've said Viz's name 100 times already. But see, you know the ones, I don't know if it's been explained, but most people think that you lots fell out or something. Okay. Do you understand when the split come? But yeah, I've heard you say his name so much times that like I don't think there was a split. But
there wasn't a split.
Could we just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happened with that?
There wasn't a split. We haven't fallen out. That's still my brother. I said this on a podcast recently. Like the most annoying thing about Viz, yeah, is that he's sick at everything. Like, see them man that are just good at everything. So when I met Viz, he was sick at ball. Like, he probably could have played in the Prem if he took it seriously. Like, he's sick radio presenter. He can DJ. He could rap. Like, he could do everything. And I feel like I just wanted to do radio. That was my thing. And I think we got to a point when he had opportunities to do other things, and I still wanted to stay on the radio. And he now has a super, really good production company that are doing loads of great things. So yeah, like, we just both followed our own paths. At one point, we got to a point where it was like, okay, well, I want to do this, and he wanted to do that, so we went that way. He did his thing.
So did you continue to do
radio?
You stayed on the
I stayed on the radio, yeah.
Just ran it.
Yeah.
Was it different, like, after?
Being on my own?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, definitely different. Like, it's a whole new thing to learn. I think when you're in a duo, like, you have to learn the way each other speaks, our patterns. I got to try and work out when he's going to stop talking, so we don't talk over each other. Like, just come off the flat. It's different to then being on your own and basically just having the conversation one way and talking to listeners, but not have them talk back. It was interesting. Yeah. It was different. So yeah, 2 different disciplines. Like, I like them both, if I'm totally honest. I loved working in the duo. I liked working on my own. Yeah, just 2 very different disciplines.
Different and stuff, innit? But you've had to learn on the... You know what I'm saying, innit? Like, you would have had to learn on the job and stuff.
Exactly,
like, and
exactly, yeah.
I don't suppose you can have any... Just like when I'm speaking to the guests now, on this, I feel like there can't really be too much silence.
Yeah.
It feels like something's wrong.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, so even if I have to, like, quickly waffle...
you just got to just keep it going.
Keep it going and stuff and that, innit? So I know that definitely can't be easy, and I've at least got a guest to try and get an answer out of you. Right. You're just talking to, like, you know what I'm saying? You know people's listening, but there's no one to answer. Then it's just crazy. From it could go anywhere. So what made you change up and want to be like an R&B?
Yeah, like I said, R&B was always my thing. If I could have sang when I was younger, I would have been singing. Where I've been singing my links. I'll be going in. But yeah, R&B's always been a love of mine, and it was like I started to see the lane of R&B just not being taken care of in regards to like over here. I think there was a lot of artists that were not getting played and not getting championed by anybody. And I really loved the genre, or have always loved the genre, and I wanted to be a champion for those artists in the UK that weren't getting to shine. So that's kind of how it just started, and like started playing R&B parties, started playing more and more R&B, and it's just like taken off.
I feel like we all grew up, or if we're the age that we're talking about, we all grew up on R&B.
100%.
Did you have posters on your wall?
Always, yeah, man. Had the TLC posters,
TLCs,
all of that
Mary
stuff.
J. Blige,
Mary J. Blige, Jades, all of those posters on my wall, for sure. So Word Up magazines.
Word Up.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic
and that, and it to take the middle page out and all that.
Carefully, so you don't rip it.
Yeah. My whole room. The whole room done up and stuff and that. So you see, earlier when I asked you about your first rap CD, I should have asked you what your first R&B. It would have been. I don't think it was a CD though, would it?
It would have been. It would have been a vinyl. I can't. You know what's funny? So like, my mum had vinyls in it, so I can't even distinguish what was mine. But I know the first R&B vinyl that I used to batter in the house, and I'll say it was mine, but I think it was my mum's. Was Keith Sweat, Make It Last Forever.
Okay.
And I would have been young, maybe like 7 or 8, but that we used to get battered in the house. Keith Sweat in the sweater on the front, yellow vinyl. Yeah, sick. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, for real. Then Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. Everybody had the Bobby Brown lead.
Yeah, my prerogative.
My prerogative, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man grew up on that. White House Brothers, all of that stuff there, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, that. Them kind of tunes come on in the house, man will start singing.
Straight.
Everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, everyone starts singing, and like, that was man's youth them times, you know?
Yeah, man.
So who's your top R&B
artist?
Yeah, of all time.
Mary J. Blige is my one. I love Mary. And then I'm gonna say Might go D'Angelo, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
He only did one. Like, innit? It felt like he only did one project. That
it's like 4 albums, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's gone in.
Sorry.
You know, it might even be 5, you know. And then I just love anything. Teddy Riley's my favorite producer. So like Teddy Riley from Guy to Blackstreet and
that, innit?
Yeah, like everything he's like put his fingers on has just been iconic.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Teddy Riley, salute.
That's how many people? That's 3.
Yeah. Here you go. You want more? You want a couple more?
Yeah.
I mean, Jodeci. We can go Jodeci. We can go Jill Scott or Erica.
No, what about Leah and all that and Brandy?
I mean, yeah, Brandy's like the vocal Bible. There's too many names, man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, like, some of my favourites was like a John B, but I don't know how much work they did. I just remember certain songs that I liked. You know, like John B, Donnell Jones.
Yep.
That album was classic.
Where would it be?
That album was classic.
Classic album.
Flashback.
See what that does? That's the thing. That's the thing about R&B. Like, it took you back. I saw a man just going into his mental Rolodex. Like, you remembered who it was you was with. That's
old school, man. Like the games we used to, the things that we used to do them times. Of course. It was all fun, man.
Yeah, man.
So what's it called as well? You do live lounge as well, innit?
So lounge, like when I was at One Extra, my show was the home of the live lounge. So artists would come through like every other month or once a month and perform like their big hit live and then do a cover as well.
Yeah, but how do they? What's it called? Because some of the stuff I see, they don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like they do remakes.
Yeah, so they do a cover of another song
of another song and stuff.
They'll do their song and then they'll do a cover of another song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so like, how you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the process behind this?
Well, yeah, do you know what? That's all again because it was daytime radio. That was all organized. That's all kind of scheduled, and the music team will reach out to somebody that's doing like very well, maybe in the charts, or they got something that's coming out. Just something that the audience is gonna like. It's always like an A-list artist or A or B-list artist or a song that's doing very well that we want to hear live, and it goes out live. It's never recorded. Like midday, we go live to the nation. There's no like, let's do it again. There's no
there's no recording.
There's no take it back. There's no like, can we do this again? No, they are live on the radio.
Need to get this.
Yeah, so like they come through in the morning while I'm doing the show. They're rehearsing, and then at midday we go live to the UK.
They would how much time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How much time they rehearse?
Yeah, they probably rehearsed it the day before or whatever. But
it's serious.
It's at midday we are live. You know what I'm saying? There's been a couple that have been pre-recorded for various reasons, but majority of them were live.
Has anyone? You know what I'm saying?
No, everyone's done really well, man. Like, obviously, there's been a couple swear words here or there, but like, nothing too mad. But yeah, it was. Everyone's always killed it. I've had some really good live lounge experiences, man. Exciting.
Give me your 5. Give me 5 of your.
The ones that I've seen personally. So Usher the other day was sick. We did. Dave was playing the piano. We had the Coffee live lounge. He did Burna Boy. Did you see that one? That one did like crazy views. Shaggy and Kez did like 1 million views as well. Mahalia's done sick live lounges. She's done a couple of them. Jay Huss, Krypton Conan, they were on fucking hoverboards. I've seen sick live lounge moments. Yeah, Gets and Shaka, crazy live lounge. Yeah, Shaka and Frisco. Yeah, I got some proper good live lounges.
See how you said about me going back in the mental. Like, that's why you went way past 5. But it's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let them run, fam. Let them run, fam. It's like the people at home. Well, I don't know about them, but I know that I'm taking this in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is
go check out any of those live lounges. Shaka and Frisco, Gets and Shaka. Go watch them two especially.
Trevor Nelson used to do that before.
Yeah, so I took that show over after Trevor Nelson.
You took it over and stuff, innit? Okay. So what was it like taking it? How does it?
Yeah, man.
How does the passing of the torch?
It was an honor, man. Like Trevor was somebody I looked up to.
Does he have to approve you?
Still, I hope he did approve me. I don't know. Like,
do you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Do they? You know, like, do they go to the person? You know what I'm saying? And say, look, this is who's going to be.
I think Trevor was just ready to move on. He's still at One Extra, but he has a Radio 2 show now as well. And I think that was just the next step for him. And I think, yes, I'd like to think that he was supportive.
Would have had to approve.
100%. Like, and Trevor's somebody that I could pick up to the phone to Yeah, nice guy, man. I love Trevor.
and get
Yeah,
advice from him
yeah,
and stuff.
proper nice.
That's what it's
And
about,
and
man.
like to be able to take over the show from Trevor, somebody that I looked up to as a youth, used to go to the lick parties and watch him. Yeah, like
The lick, that's
yeah,
it.
that was a big deal for me.
When I said to my friend, yeah, the lick, man. Trevor Nelson used to do the lick, yeah. And then I said that you took over the lick, and he said, "Oh, listen, don't go on the show and say that. Don't say that."
Well,
because, yeah,
you're not wrong.
That's what he said. Don't go on the thing and say that because you're gonna look crazy.
So like,
It's
towards
live
the
lounge.
no, well, this is the thing. Towards the end of because after I don't know if people remember after Channel U, we moved over to MTV Base.
Okay.
Like anyway, so we moved over to MTV Base. We did a few programs for them. They flew us out to Jamaica. We did a show with them in Jamaica, and we were part of Trevor's lick show. So like, Trevor was still like the main anchor for the show, but he would send Ace and Vis off to do an interview. I think I did something with Black Twang, and then I think there was some other present. We had like I think Ricky and Melvin, maybe Ricky and not Melvin, and then like Sarah Love. He had like a group of presenters that he would send out to do, So towards the end of the lick before it ended.
So you've already got training from that as well.
We was actually part of the whole lick program. Yeah.
So I'm saying, yeah, man. You know, yeah, man. I was right, man.
Yeah, you was right. You was right.
I was right.
Yeah,
I was right. You know, like
yeah.
we got there in the end, but I was right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Okay, so like, one artist you feel could have been bigger or should have been bigger. You would have seen loads of people pass through.
Oh wow!
Whatever genre.
My memory's so bad. I'm not gonna lie. So like, I feel like everybody I mentioned is gonna be quite recent. But I've said this recently, as he's saying even that long ago. But I think Young Bane is a star, and I think he's got star quality. I feel like he should be bigger than he is.
Yeah.
I think he's sick. I hope he comes back with something insane. But I just remember there being that time, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer than that. Yeah. And he was on fire. I just remember watching him perform, thinking, yeah, you know what, he's got star quality.
Okay, live as well.
Yeah, like he just got star quality. So I always wonder like what's going on with Bane. I'd love to see him come back.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you know what as well? Because you're doing R&B now.
Yeah.
But for some of us, we might be thinking, you know what? Should have done stick with like the music that we can still give you a C. you know what I'm saying?
No, I think there's so many out. I think like what I said this on another podcast as well. I've left One Extra now, but like I feel like what One Extra's done for black music, has been amazing, phenomenal, because I think it's got what black music, or it's been a big part, in my opinion, of helping black music get to where it is today, and it being in the charts and it being accessible to so many different people, and even some of the bigger mainstream platforms, the Radio Ones, the Capital FMs, playing Central C in the day and Stormzy, and that would have never happened before.
Was on the radio when stuff like, do you know what I'm saying?
That was never happening before. So like, yes, like I feel like One Extra's done such a great job. There's so many outlets now. There's like, it's not just One Extra. There's all of these different radio stations, the different platforms to get music out there. That's all helping promote the music. And I feel like One Extra was a big part of it in the early days. So
definitely,
yeah. Man. So yeah, it's not just me. There's bare people out there that have been responsible for helping it get to where it's supposed to be.
No, definitely. What's it called? So this is a golden era scenario.
Go for it.
Yeah. So let's see how you navigate through this one. So you're either managing or you're an artist. It's however you look at it, yeah. But you're like, you need your artist or yourself to get some street representation. You know them ones like, like to have that authentic, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like background or whatever, yeah. So you need to get a video done. 2 camera people contact you, send you a message on your Facebook. One of them's Rap City, and the other one's UK Overstood. Where are you getting your video done?
I've seen UK Overstood. See, am I gonna be offending people?
No, because it's like I've put people that are in the same category.
Yeah.
So if at that time people would have been, see, like if you was like a street rapper, you would have been You understand?
UK
Well,
overstood.
to be honest with you,
You're schooling me to this, by the way. You're putting me on.
to be honest with you,
I recognize the name UK overstood.
Yeah, UK overstood would have had the people on it already. So he did. It's not because they were street. It's like he had the people before they were the people.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But also not the younger lot, but there's also a set of people that went through the Rap City kind of thing. I even did a video on there, so you could go to either one. But like,
which one? See, I'm not going to answer questions that I'm not clueless about. Which one do you think would have the biggest impact for a
that's
first
why
night?
I'm asking the
I
guests.
see. I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna ask every guest this.
Well, I want you to school me.
All right, well, cool. You know what we do? We'll leave it with UK overstood because you said
only because that was the name I recognised.
That's the
first.
one you recognised.
Yeah.
So then that would mean that would be the one that you would see has given you the most impact anyway, and that's actually a fair answer.
I feel like I've seen a legendary freestyle with the UK. I don't know
with the UK overstood.
Yeah.
So
but I can't remember who it is. But there you go.
Well, there you go. All right, cool. So you've got that video done. Things are happening for you. Let's see where else. Okay. So now you need a freestyle.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You go back to your DMs again. You see, oh my gosh, SBTV has hollered at you to do an F64. Link Up TV's hollered you to do a Behind the Bars, and Grime Daily's hollered you to do a Daily Duppy, but you can only do one.
Wow, all three of them are amazing. I think F64 was like foundation. I love the way the Daily Duppy shot. Sick. Shout out to Rashid as well, Link Up. They've done such an amazing job. I think for the essence, and I'm not an MC, so no one should take this to heart. I think for the essence, and because we love Jamal, and rest in peace, Jamal, I'm going to go with the F64.
Like a big accolade to have as well.
You know what I mean?
F64. You know that it's going to be 64 bars. That's 4 16s already. Do you know what I'm saying? The other ones, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So certain little things and that, like, but yeah, that's a good answer as well. So what else happens after? What else happens? All right. So now you need like, so you need like a bigger freestyle. Now you need to get on the radio with a bigger freestyle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
the answer's Kenny. That's my guy.
Cool.
That's my guy, man. Salute Kenny All-Star, Voice of the Streets.
Cool. Cool. All right. So you've done that now.
Yeah.
You need some daytime radio.
Oh, wow.
You need some big interview.
Yeah.
So are you going on the Ace Vis show?
Wow.
Or Shorty Blitz and Big Ted?
I'm going to go to Ace Vis. I'm going to be biased here.
Don't leave me hanging.
I'm going to go biased here. Yeah, if that's okay. Yeah.
The story's going to get told on
the
that.
The story's going to get told. Well, shout out to Shorty and Big Ted. They used to be phenomenal as well. But yeah, I'm going to go with Ace and Viz on this one.
Cool. Well, for the people at home, you know what I'm saying? Like, you lot's leave in the comments if you think he would have been heard. If you took that route, do you know what I'm saying? Cool. What's it called? Highlights.
Yeah.
Just in case there's anything we missed.
Career highlights.
Yeah.
I've done so much, man, and I don't want to sound wanky, so but yeah, I've had I think it's been a mad why for that for real. I've just we on radio been able to do shows in Japan and Germany and going out to the BT Hip Hop Awards and been able to go out to Vegas and it's been a wicked run, man. And even in regards to what we did on the Ill Out show, those were some really you reminded me of some really good times, hanging out at Crazy Titch's house and Sidewinder Awards and various different Channel U Awards, various different things. As well, we had Soulja Boy on. We did Princess Strike. Yeah, so many.
The same as what we.
I remember because he would have been 16 at the time, so he was a proper youth back then. So he was just a kid. I think he was just excited about being in the scene and having all of that money. So yeah, again, there's a lot of interviews I don't even remember. It's just been a wicked run, man. I've had a great time. Yeah, man.
But you're still enjoying yourself.
Enjoying myself. I'm on Kiss FM now on Sunday nights at 9:00 with a brand new. Yeah,
you left.
I left the one extra at the end of last year.
Why?
Because I was offered a show somewhere else. So yeah.
After 20 years.
Yeah, after 20 years. And it was time. Like, I feel like I did everything I could do at One Extra. And I really am enjoying what I'm doing in this R&B lane. And I think where I've gone, I can do more for the scene over there. And it was time. It was just time for me.
Okay.
I'm still a fan of One Extra. I still want them to succeed.
Still got connects there, man.
Still got people over there. I've still got friends, and like me and Nadia are very, very close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people over there that I got love for. It could never be anything other than that. But it was just time. And Kiss have given me an opportunity.
Did you know that you was planning? You know, like, did you have you know what I'm saying? Did you plan, like, you know what, I'm going to possibly be on another station before you left? Or, do you know what I'm saying? Or was you know what I'm saying, innit? Like, I ain't got a job now.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
There was never no, like, in between where it's like, okay,
you don't know what
I'm unemployed. Doing. No. I left with a job.
With a job and
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
With a job offer, so yeah.
Yeah, because even, remember I was saying before, when you took over from Trevor Nelson, we was hoping that they would have went to him and said, look, this is Okay, so who took over from, who's taken over the show that you was doing?
So my daytime show is been taken by DJ Day Day. Shout out to DJ, sick DJ, and actually sounds really good in the morning. So salute to Day Day. And then my
you checked.
No, I've got to listen. Like, look after my baby, innit?
Yeah.
And then my R&B show on a Saturday night is being taken over by Chucky, who is a perfect choice. Like, got the biggest R&B party at the moment in the UK.
Did they come to you? Did they come to you and say?
No, but I was leaving, so that wasn't really my choice. It wasn't like
but you would have ordained him in it. You would have said.
Yeah, of course. Oh, 100%. I would have. Yeah, I mean, if they had said,
stamped it.
I don't think it was a choice for me to make. But me and Chucky are very close. We play parties together. Like, I've known Chucky for years, so yeah. So I think that was a perfect choice, and I think it made all the sense in the world.
Yeah, and then you started back your show on Kiss FM.
So yeah, I've just started my show on Kiss FM.
How's that going?
It's what I've done, like, one show, so like we're just getting in, but we've got more announcements coming that I'm really excited about. And again, it's just like it's a new audience for me. It's a wider reach, and there's a lot that comes with it, which I'm really excited about, man. So yeah, like, I'm gassed.
You're gonna be doing, you know what I'm saying, innit? Because I know with the radio, it comes with you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you go to awards and you're doing interviews here and you're getting called out. Bookings.
Commercial is very different to the BBC. So I've never done it before. I've never been on a commercial station. It's the first time. So I'm excited to see what it brings. I'll say that.
It up and stuff and that, innit? No, definitely, man. Definitely. Well, I feel like we've gone through quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we have.
You know what I'm saying?
This has been fun though, man. Thank you for having me.
No, definitely, man.
Yeah,
salute. This is the stamp.
Yeah.
This is like, these episodes are the stamp to like me saying, yeah, like, watch my show, because I'm getting the people this is the it was him. He was playing the show. It was him. Do you know what I'm saying? Innit? Like, and that's what it's about at the end of the day, fam. So like, yeah, you get to say your story. I get to present it to the people.
Appreciate that.
Everyone's happy. They can tune in next week. Do you understand? Like, subscribe, and all of them things, innit? But is there anything else you want to?
Nah, just keep following, man, at DJ Ace on all of the social media platforms, and everything _R&B. I'm doing a lot in that world. We're going to different festivals, doing loads of different things. Go check it out. Yeah. But yeah, man, thank you for having me, and keep saluting the golden era, man. I love it, man. Big up, man. Bless up. Thank you.
Come on, man. Well, listen, this is the Golden Era UK Rap Podcast with
Ace, DJ Ace.
Yeah. Until next time.
Peace. My God. Thank you.
Yo, tell them wait, fam. Like, please don't rush me, man. There's a certain way that I like to do my things, you know what I'm saying? HUN Tizzy. Consume London. Wait.